Oh man, it's the Predator again, this time resurfacing in the new Golden Gears mode. Only thankfully this time it's been nerfed just enough for us to actually obtain it without needing to exploit glitches. Honestly, that's all we've been asking from miHoYo. Changing the Predator from 40 to 25, it just makes it become possible again while still requiring some semblance of luck. Anyway, this achievement requires you to achieve 25 combat victories inside the Golden Gears expansion while using the custom dice Combat Extrapolation. And yes, with a total of 22 moves, we're still going to need some RNG luck to bless us with triple combat domains and enough combat tiles to make it happen, but at least it's a lot more feasible this time around. Also making it easier is the fact that we now have access to the custom dice, as there are a number of very useful dice in play this time around. Okay, so this needs to be performed when running with the Combat Extrapolation dice. This dice has an initial effect that causes 2 random domains to turn into combat domains at the start of plane 1 and 2. Hopefully this doesn't overwrite any combat domains, as they are far more valuable to us for this achievement. Elite domains will only ever give 1 combat counter, while regular combats have a chance of spawning 2 or even 3 fights. And although you might think that elite domains do have the ability to spawn with a double beacon, this is in fact a bait for this achievement, as while there will be 2 elites inside the fight itself, this still only counts as 1 single battle. So we're stuck with hitting up combat domains hoping for multiple encounters. The good news here, however, is that this time around, thanks to the custom dice, it's going to be far easier to duplicate combat tiles. So let's take a look at our optimal loadout. First, we've got General Inspiration, which lets you select 1 domain and copy it into 2 random locations. Next up, General Counteract lets us copy a selected domain onto an adjacent domain. Following this, we have the domain Self, which lets us copy the domain that we're currently standing on onto a selected domain. Now onto our blue dice. We have General Perception, which lets you select 1 domain and have it copied onto a random adjacent domain. General Dialectics copies the domain that we're currently standing on onto 1 random location. And then finally, General Imitation, which lets us pick any domain and turn it into a combat domain. So pretty self-explanatory, I would say. Almost every single die face here will be pretty useful for our goal, so it should make life a little bit easier this time around.